You have docking lights on both sides. Helps light up the area nice and bright when you're trying to back in somewhere at night. You have fuel fill on both sides. Makes it a little bit more convenient. So in here, you have 110 and 12 volt. So a lot of people like to put a cooler here, something like that. Okay. Like to get in the habit of shutting those lights off. They get real hot and live on for a long time. These are your house batteries here, all nice and new and everything.
Cool.
So we did note as we were looking at it, the reading was a little low. I don't know if it's the gauge that's wrong or this is just dirty contacts because they're obviously new. So that's one of the things we're going to be looking into.
Okay.
So this hooks onto the part of the ladder that's on the coach. Okay, you just hook it on there, and then you can get on the roof if you ever want. Oh, and I forgot to show you that tray does slide out. This one does also. Then you left some firewood in there. You have brand new filters. Your water pumps there. You have power up here in case you want to plug something in while you're out here. You know, your awning comes out real nice. You can sit out here and picnic. Thermostat because you have a heated basement.
Yes.
So, like I said, those filters are new. The filter in your fridge is all new. It's all taken care of. Okay?
Okay.
So this, let me down to show you. The water tanks are back in there. That's just an access port for it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can store stuff there. I'm gonna check. I think I left the light on in there.
No, I thought you got it off.
No, okay, you got it. I just got in the habit of shutting those off. I had those same kind of lights on most of my trailers, and my parents had them on their RVs. I just got in the habit of turning them off.
Right.
So these are your chassis batteries. Okay, so this is for your engine. This is your DEF tank. Are you all familiar with using DEF?
No, we didn't have to do that on the boat.
Okay, so DEF is an additive that goes with your diesel fuel.
Right.
There's a gauge inside that will show you when you're getting low.
Right.
Do not run out of DEF. It will stop and not start again. And it will be wherever you're at. But like I said, there's a gauge, and it uses much less DEF than it does fuel. You know, you'll fill the fuel tank several times before you fill the DEF tank again. We recommend keeping a box of it. You can get it from here, you can get it from Walmart, you can get it from any auto parts store. So if you're running low, okay, I'll get DEF at this next town, especially if you're traveling through small towns and there's nothing. Okay, so we recommend you having some with you. But when you are going to get it, if you have the chance, get it at a place where they sell bulk DEF, like at a truck stop or the big QTs that are, like there's one up north of here. It's in a pump just like fuel, much cheaper.
Okay.
Okay, so save yourself some money there.
Okay.
Spend it on more important things like cold beer.
Yeah, right?
Filters.
Yeah. So you are set up for towing. I will put that rock guard back on there and it'll help protect it.
So is that, what is that tow system?
No, they will. He's just talking about the.
Yeah, it's got a hitch and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So does
gotcha.
your car already have a tow system on it? Okay.
No,
You guys are doing
gonna
that.
Put that on.
Okay, you have the white Jeep, right?
Black.
Black Jeep, okay. We've been doing so many, I was just trying to figure out which one was, okay. So yeah, put that tow system on and
The braking system too.
yeah, the braking system, and they'll do a little walkthrough with you on that. They'll set you all up. They're not just gonna go, there it is, see you bye. They'll make sure you know, they'll watch you do it, they'll watch you go around the building, verify the wheels turn properly and everything. Yeah, they'll take care of all of that.
Okay.
And these are your backup lights. Okay. This one, I'm trying to remember how this one opens. Let me verify it. Some of them have an air switch there.
So it just pulls up.
Yeah, just pulls
Okay.
up, a little wiggly in there. There were 2 of us working on this, so the other technician is the one who checked back here, so I wasn't sure. So this is your engine antifreeze. Okay, this is your power steering fluid. When you go to check this, just loosen it a little bit, 2-3 turns, and then pull it out. If you turn it all the way, the dipstick part of it will drop down in here.
Ooh.
So that's one of those things I don't understand why they have it like that, but they do. Okay, you have power back here. This is for your block heater. If you wanted to power something off of there, you could just go inside, turn on the block heater power, and it would give you power to that. This is your air filter indicator. The further up it goes, the dirtier it is. It takes a while to get all the way up there. This is where you check the oil. This is where you check the transmission. These things, they're pretty good about being maintenance free. You know, you do your regular service and stuff, but it's not like my old truck where you got to add a quart every now and then.
And how often do you recommend servicing?
I'm told these are every 10,000 miles. Okay. And it has not yet, but it will get a full service. So when you leave out of here, same thing with your generator, everything will be done, so you'll be starting at 0.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll last you a good long time.
Okay.
You guys plan on doing a lot of traveling around, or?
We're living in it.
Living in
Okay.
it, so but we'll go and stop and see.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. No, it sounds like fun. I know lots of people who go several years living off their motorcycle. I usually travel most of my stuff by motorcycle, and it's kind of cool. Sometimes you need a break from it, but yeah.
Yeah, I've been there on the motorcycle thing, but
Yeah. What kind of bike did you have?
that was like back in another life. We had a Honda Goldwing, but
Okay.
people are too crazy. They're text and they don't pay attention, and
Yep. Well, and the thing is,
that's just scary.
I used to live in Los Angeles, like Stephanie said. After riding for 40 years in Los Angeles, everything else is easy.
Yeah, right.
I met a man, he had done, he'd been interviewed on a DVD that I had, and he'd been around the world 5 times on motorcycles. And they said, okay, of all the places you've been in the world, where's the most dangerous? And he said, 405 freeway in Southern California. So I run into him in a campground up in Northern California a year or 2 later, and I reminded him of that comment. He said, yeah. And I said, well, I ride that 405 freeway every day back and forth to work. He goes, well, you're either braver than me or dumber than me, but you're handing me beer, so I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, is that the one that's like 12 lanes or something crazy?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I
Yep.
did that one time and scared the heck
Yep.
out of me in a car.
Yeah. And I did it every day, twice a day.
Wow.
40 years. So this here is your water bay. As you can see, they've left you lots of extra stuff.
Yeah, we're not sure about why they left the rocks.
Yeah, me either. It could be somebody like my wife who will go, this looks like a whatever, and after she paints it up, it does. Or maybe they use it to hold down the sewer hose.
Yeah, they
Could
could.
have been. I don't know. So feel free to go through and stuff that you're not wanting. Just set it outside. We'll take care of it for you. But it wasn't our place to go, oh, they're not going to want that.
Yeah.
Maybe you do, you know? So,
Looks like he has an extra filter over there.
yep. Yeah, there's extra stuff in the bays, too. So you have a little outside shower for washing off your feet when you're at the beach or whatever, or washing a puppy. That's your power for this. So it winds itself up.
Okay.
Okay, he's already got a regulator on there for you. And then it goes from there, straight up in, goes across over to the filter that we saw over there, the big one, and then up into the coach. So it's filtered first thing.
Okay.
That long skinny one that was there, that's for your drinking water. Okay, and then, like I said, there's another one because you have drinking water coming out of your fridge. So the drinking water is double filtered.
Okay.
Okay. Sewer hookup, are you familiar with that?
Yeah, yes
Pretty
and
much.
no.
Okay. Well, we'll take our time, that's what it's for. And the other thing, some of the stuff I'm not going to hit on too much because I know y'all are here for a few days.
Yeah.
At this point, I want to make it comfortable. You need to understand how to use the stuff enough that you can feel free, like over the weekend, looking at things and everything. But we made sure that things like the smoke detector and the carbon detector, and all that stuff was in there and new and working and all of that. Okay. So you have a monitor out here. Okay. So you can monitor your thing. So when you're filling, for instance, you can put it on fresh, and it'll tell you, okay, you're almost full or whatever, to shut it off. And you have the same monitor inside in the bathroom, but this is much more convenient. You can turn your water pump off and on from out here. So if you wanted to rinse yourself off and the water pump was not on, but you only need that when you're not hooked to shore power.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So for your sewer part,
Right.
you're gonna hook the hose there. It'll come out down here underneath all of this.
Right.
When the black tank's about a third to a half full, empty the black tank, close it, empty the gray tank. That rinses the hose out.
Right.
Okay. Now, what some people do, if they're going to be in the same place for like 3 weeks, they go ahead and open the gray and just leave it there. That way, when you're doing laundry and all like that, it's not filling up your gray tank; it's just going out. But when it's going to be your last day, go ahead and close that so that you'll have some for rinsing out after you do the black. Okay.
I guess those are well marked.
Yes. I'm sorry. So here's gray and here's black. Just a gray
Gotcha.
color and a black. And then it's also marked here. So
Gotcha.
sewage is
Okay.
black. And this is where you hook up to fill. To fill your tank, you turn it. It'll fill the tank. Then you turn it back, and then the water will go straight in. So you can have it doing either filling the tank or going in and for supply. Okay.
So hooked to city water, you turn it to cover that.
Well, it's a hook up city fill, turn valve vertical, so that's set up to
Gotcha.
fill. Okay. Now it's like that.
Horizontal, yeah,
Right.
that would close it off.
Yep. So now the pressure will go into here,
Gotcha.
and that's another thing we're gonna do. We're gonna stop early enough that we can take you out there, take our time, get stuff set up, make sure it's right. You know, some little thing like that valve being turned, that was probably when they were cleaning it. That's not the first time we've seen that. So make sure it's right for you. We're not just gonna go, see ya. That's one reason we work down here. I say we, my son, he works in paint and body. I've been here about 3 years. We live almost to the river.
Yeah, she was telling us
We drive down here because we like it here, and we like how they treat the customers here. It's not just got your check, here's your keys, go away. You know, and that's not how we want to be treated. We want to be able to treat people like that, and that's what's encouraged here. So that's why we make the drive. We like it here.
That's part of why we drove down here to buy.
It's appreciated. It's appreciated.
that access point right there.
That's for winterizing
Okay.
and shutting off of the that's where it drains out, the low point drains. Okay.
Okay.
Good question. Sorry, I forgot that. We do have a light here. This is a black tank rinse. So you would use another hose beside your drinking hose, and you can hook it on there and rinse out your black tank every so often if you want to. Our owner, he recommends a product called Microblades for black tank treatment. Swears by it. He had a coach where the sensors weren't even working because it was just so clogged up in there. Took a trip, poured that stuff in there. After about the third day they started working. They've worked ever since.
Okay.
They cleaned it up, keeps it clean. And we have that stuff. And you only put like an ounce in per tank full. So it's not a real expensive thing.
Microblade.
Microblades.
Okay. It may just go ahead and
Yeah, I guess it's saving battery. I was trying to be sure that it was.
Power to roll up your short cord.
Right.
Okay. This is your aqua system. Not really anything you need to do with it. Excuse me, down here. It's all controlled from in there. And I'll show you that when we get up inside of there. This is the tank. It's like an overflow like it would be for your radiator. I'm looking at that, seeing that it's low, so we'll get some in there. So that's essentially your water heater. Okay. Right here's your dirt devil. You just pull the cover off. You can change the bag. There are more clean bags in there. What I did is underneath the table we found a little cooler. And so a bunch of little stuff that was in drawers and everything, I just put in that cooler.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, you got extra sewer hoses and some rags and, you know, important things like a block of wood, because you never know when you need a block of wood.
And another rock.
Yeah, and another rock.
Yeah, he must have used those to hold hoses
Something
down,
like
I guess.
that. Yeah, you got to watch your head on those.
Yeah.
I've been here almost 3 years. On my 3rd year, they're going to issue me a metal plate for my head. Yeah,
So
but
powered to pull in the
Yes.
reel, correct? Okay.
And cable and
this is where you have part cable and phone. I don't know if they even use that anymore.
I don't either.
But when you go to use part cable, you need to turn off your antenna booster inside, because the two signals will fight each other, and I'll show you that in there.
Okay.
Okay? It's funny, I have hit my head and stuff on these. When I was working on a coach with 3 or 4 of us, we were doing this whole big piece like this, we're trying to glue it on, and one of these big old pipes fell from up by the top and hit me in the head. 4 staples in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Putting the staples in hurt more than the pipe.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll bump our heads on that at the
You
time.
know what a lot of people do, and they're easy to get right now this time of year, they get a pool noodle. And they slice
Yeah.
it and just put it right on there. It's a real good idea. So
That
this is
side
just
and
the other
slide.
side, yep. Okay. And when you go to open them, right now I know they need lube and they got a lot of weight in them, but you just push this down and pull that out.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things I'm going to do for you. But it makes it much more convenient. If you can remember to get the stuff out before you open up the side, yeah. That way
Yeah.
It's not such a head bump. And more storage.
Okay.
Okay. And sewer hose storage there. Or you can store it over there where he's got it either way.
Okay.
The hydraulics are there, you're right. Not much you need to do about it. The tank, on this one. Yeah, so the tank is at the back of that, but it's a closed system, so unless you have a leak, you never have to really worry about it. If you do look back there, you'll see that level fluctuates, whether your jacks are down or up, that kind of thing. So if you look at it one day and it's up here, the next day it's down here, that's normal.
Okay.
What we call the front run bay. It's mostly electronic stuff in there. Some fuses and stuff, but not too much you would need to worry about. They are labeled.
Okay.
You replace one of them with a bigger fuse, which is why that doesn't go in just a bigger size. It's the same rating.
Okay.
They're labeled.
Yes, it is.
Why we're almost done out here. You have good fog lights. I haven't driven these coaches in the fog, but I'm told they work really well. Down here.
Is this normal?
Well, oh, there's a handling pull. There you go. Now you have access to check everything on your generator. Okay. You pull that pin there.
Gotcha.
And then the whole generator slides out. And then the panel comes off, you check air filters and stuff. Washer fluid. Other than that, not much to do in there.
Okay.
You will notice sometimes, especially this time of year, just like your car, you know, you stop, you come back, and there's some water dripping from the dash AC. It's that drain hose is in here.
Okay.
I'll make sure it's tight. I'll get in there and clean up that system too. I'm not real happy with how all that latches. We just didn't have time to. We were concentrating on the inside, make sure it's safe for you, and you know all the warning things were working and all of that. I'm good and dirty. Any question? Oh, let me show you the TV and stuff. Got a good TV. This is the DVD player for that TV.
Okay.
Okay. Pop in a DVD. Okay. You select your mode and it'll go on there. This is the remote for this. It's also a CD player, so you can listen to the radio, you can listen to CDs, you can watch a movie.
Is it on a swivel or no?
Some are not. I want to say no. I don't see any hinges on either side.
Yeah.
Okay. And some of them. I'm going to ask our local Entegra guy
Okay.
before I pull on it and yank your TV off.
Yeah.
We have a guy who worked for years on almost nothing but Integras, and we're just kind of starting to here. So we're always going and asking him questions.
Okay.
Just to make sure we don't want to break nothing.
No. So, push this button, right?
Yep. And then just
Okay.
go ahead and pull on that.
Okay.
Now I recommend, especially when you're traveling, to keep
Lock
that
it.
locked. There's a different key for it. A lot of people are learning that there's a nice TV inside these outside cabinets. So
Gotcha.
while you're in Denny's having lunch, they're out here taking your TV.
Gotcha.
Okie doke. Yeah, let's go inside where it's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that's better.
Oh yeah,
Much better.
Now, best we can figure, these are not the original seats. There's a holder down here, excuse me, for a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher's up in that cabinet.
And it wouldn't fit back down.
And it wouldn't fit back down, especially when you go to turn the seats. It
Okay.
gets real close. So, and to turn it, you just do this lever right here. And then give it a turn.
Okay.
Okay? So, see, and then
Okay.
it'll just swivel around. We'll probably have to move the back up.
Okay.
And these seats also do up, down, back and forth, tilt, tilt.
Okay.
And then there's a lever over here that does your seat back.
Okay.
Some people are French, maybe even mine. We'll get it taken care of. I used to detail vehicles, so I noticed little things like that. So you had said you drove all the way down here. Where'd y'all come down from?
Arkansas. Little Rock.
Okay. Yeah, we just had some other folks who came over from, actually just a lady. Her husband has no interest in RVs, and she said, I want to travel. And he's like, okay. So she came down here and bought herself her, I think, third RV, drove it back home. And,
You know, we've run into that a lot where the man doesn't have.
Yeah. One of the doctors I worked with,
yeah.
she would love to travel, and he's a
Yeah.
workaholic, and he's
Yeah.
never going to quit working.
And I mean, my
Shame.
wife, she is not comfortable on the back of a motorcycle, so she says, I'm too stupid to ride with. And her friend that she was talking to said, well, what do you mean? She said, okay, you're riding along. It starts to pour rain. What do you do? She goes, I pull over. She goes, yeah, Bruce is not that smart. He just keeps riding through the rain.
And that hurts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I give her all the right gear, the same gear I wear and everything. But I've been in sleet storms. I've been out here when it's 107. I've been in all of it. She's just like, you're just not smart enough to stop. I'm not riding with you. So when I'm going on a trip and I'm taking the air-conditioned truck or I'm renting a car, she's right there.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so she doesn't mind traveling. She just didn't want to do it on a motorcycle. Understandable.
Yep.
So let's see. We'll start up here, I guess. In here, we are in communication with your former owner. We have the switch that was there, but it's like, why is it out? And where are the wires that went to it? So we're trying to find that out.
What was this?
It's for a Winegard in motion satellite, which may not even function anymore. You may have pulled it down. This is your TV antenna. You put power on there. You push the button, it'll run up, kind of thing. Okay, and then you can rotate it for the best signal.
Right.
This is what I was saying you would need to turn off if you use part cable. Okay. This is you can move your radio inside outside. So this is door side and off door side, okay, of the slides. This is your awning right here over the door, in and out. So I turn the power off to the big awning when it's not in use, or it's all the way out, all the way in, turn it off so it doesn't accidentally get bumped. What
Okay.
you do is you turn on the power, push it, extend, it runs it out. This is your wind sensor, more or less, okay? So right now it's set for high. I'm gonna put it on medium. So, you know, low motion, it would go in, you get a little bit of this and it would come in. High motion, you're gonna need to have this. So I just kind of put it on medium, and then flip it off. This is your generator control.
But it needs to stay on for the motion sensor to work.
You know, that's a good question. I hadn't thought of that. I bet you it does.
I bet it does too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So, and because you would only have it on and be worried about the motion sensor when it was all the way out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So, and that's the other thing is you can bump it out. You know, especially if there's trees or whatever. You can, and I like that the controls here. You can see it. Some of the most of the other ones, the control is over here. Well, you can't tell if you're about to hit a tree here. You can stick your head out the door and do that button. And you have two inverters. Basically, you want to just see all three lights on there, and that tells you everything's good. I believe the manual's in there. I'll verify for you. These two things do amazing things in conjunction with some other electronics in the coach. So you're sitting here, 110 outside, you got your AC's going full blast, you know, your fridge is going, everything's going, and you decide, I want to watch a movie. Okay, so you get a DVD and you stick it in. Wait a minute, I want popcorn. Now, most of these other coaches, that would start popping fuses and blowing breakers and everything. These will load shed. So what it does is it knocks out just the compressor of one of your air conditioners for 2 minutes. Comes back, nope, microwave's still going. 2 more minutes, okay, microwave's off, AC compressor comes back on. Does it all by itself.
Wow.
So, not like when I was a kid and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, so shut off
Our
that.
boat didn't do that either.
Yep.
And I guess I just missed them. Are they in the battery bay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in between the frames, so you'd have to like climb, well, not so much in the battery bay, but in this bay right here, and you climb up in between
And they're to the floor.
yeah,
I got you.
in between the main frame rails.
Got you.
Because they're heavy, so they got to be
Yeah.
steel supported.
And are they 2,000 or 2,400?
I'll have to pull the book and see. All your manuals are in that top right.
That's fine.
Okay.
That was just a
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's
gee whiz question.
Yep. You have a question.
So the energy command.
Okay, so this is to
box.
set up for your auto gen. Obviously, you saw me turn the generator off and on right there. You can set up your auto generator so that if your voltage, your batteries get down, say to 12, it'll kick on, charge them back up to 13.5, kick off, that kind of
Okay.
thing. You can also set up quiet time if you're at a place where you're using your generator, but they say, okay, no generators after 10 and not before 7, so you can make it stop from 10 to 7, that kind of thing.
Wow. Okay.
And then at that point, everything's running off your inverter. Okay.
Okay.
And you got 2 of them, so that's I mean, King Airs have 1, you know. So.
Okay. So you said starting the generator. I guess I didn't see you do that.
Okay, so
Okay.
you just push and hold it.
Uh-huh.
Especially when it's cold, it'll sit there and flash for 3-4 seconds, and then
Okay.
boom, it'll fire up. You just let go, and to
Okay.
shut it off, you just push the bottom of the switch.
Okay.
If it's cold outside, because it's a diesel generator, runs off glow plugs like your engine does. I've seen these things sit here for 30 seconds while it warms up the glow plug enough to go.
Gotcha.
And then what it'll do is it'll start up, it'll high idle for a second, it'll settle down, all the sensors will say, okay, it's ready for a load, and it'll start turning stuff on.
So now that was going to be my question. will automatically turn stuff on, or I do it manually?
No. Like if we shut it off right now,
Okay.
like what I did before I shut it off, came back in, started up, everything came back on. Okay. I try to remember to shut off the air conditioners because that's a pretty big
that's
surge. I'm so used to the new Mars where the control is right here, and so it was out of sight, out of mind. On yours, the control is in there. But yeah, when you're plugging and unplugging or turning the generator off and on, I recommend turning off the ACs. But other than that, nothing else is a big enough draw. And it's not going to hurt it. It's just kind of a strain on it. You got something
it's
big.
A spike.
Yeah, spike. There you go. That's the proper term for it.
Okay.
Okay. So you have here, as you're coming in the door, so you have step light. Okay, so it lights up your step. You can flip that on when you leave. Okay. And step power. So when you're camping, you don't want to wait for the steps to go out every time you go in and out. Okay. So you can flip that and they just stay out like they are right now. See?
Gotcha.
They're just out. So if you forget that that's out, you fire it up, they will come in.
Okay.
Okay. So you have light controls here. The right side turns them on, the left side turns them off.
Okay.
Okay. As you're leaving, if you wanted to, you hit light master, off, shuts off every light in the coach.
Okay.
Done. Okay, you can come in, you can hit light master, and boom, it's all lit up. We're good to go.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's see what else. So this is your step cover. What it does is this whole part comes out, real thick carpeting on there, so it comes out kind of slow at first. And then now you're not like a 3-year-old with your feet dangling. I love that
Gotcha.
thing. I love that thing. And then these are your shade controls for in here.
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
I need this.
Thing.
Hi.
I'll put it on.
Anybody need anything right now? Water, Coke, Diet Coke?
Do you need water? Think we're good?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Fibers.
And I like this. Oh, not that far. Oh, where's that coming out? Let's see here. Okay, so I like this so you can open it up a little bit, get some ventilation. But I'm seeing that this is not on there properly. So, now it's really not on there. But that's what I need to get it to hold on. Sometimes you gotta take it apart to put it together. Okay. Which is kind of hard for this angle. Okay. That one. I just need 5 hands. Ta-da!
Okay.
I just wish I had 5 fingers.
Yep, perspective, right?
Yep.
I told my wife one day she's an amazing cook, and we've been together a few months, and she made a meal that did not come out too well. And she was really upset. I said, sweetheart, I'm not in a foxhole, in the rain, getting shot at, eating food that was canned 20 years ago. This is okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't have to open it with a P38.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, map lights, put them on manual, they come on. You can control the little buttons on there, okay? Yeah. Yeah, we can angle them or do whatever, or like I said, you got individual controls. And that's one of the nice things about y'all being here with us for a few days. It gives you the time to, when I finally shut up.
When I drove it, that mirror right there, I can't see it.
Okay, so we'll adjust mirrors.
Yeah. And this one over here,
Okay.
obviously it's loose.
Yeah, I have another customer, same thing.
Yeah.
Which I just remembered I need to make sure that somebody's going to be here on the 5th to do that for them because they're driving to Montana. I had told them because there was they had some Wi-Fi questions. I said, okay, I'll come in, and they said, well, yeah, it's your day off. And I said, but I told you I would take care of it. And so we had an appreciation dinner when we meet our sales goals. They take us all out to dinner, and those customers were invited. So he goes over to my lead technician and he goes, man, Bruce is talking about driving an hour and a half down here to talk to me for half an hour about this stuff. I don't want him to do it. And Corey, my buddy's like, okay, call me and I'll talk you through it. He goes, but it's your day off too. And he goes, yeah, but it's a half an hour. I'm sitting on the phone. He goes, depending on what time you call, I'll probably be drinking beer too. So I'm half German. I grew up on beer, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I might have to either call the customer or you or him on the internet stuff too.
Yep.
The Wi-Fi
Yep.
stuff.
So, do you have a question?
Yeah, I got some dangling wires.
Okay, so this is supposed to be here. I mean, we can tuck it up.
Oh, okay.
This is a learning wire so that we can set the limits so it stops when it's supposed to and when it's supposed to.
Gotcha.
And I know that on these they do need to be set right now, so I didn't worry about these, but that's what
Okay.
that's for.
All right.
And then if you want, you can just take it and set it up in there somewhere, but that's what that's for.
Okay.
And you'll see that on most of your shades in here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The other technician that was doing shades said they all work, they all go up, they all go down. Some of them an inch at a time, some of them the full scale. Hardly any of them stop when they should. They go too far, which is better than not far enough. So that's another thing we're going to be taking care of.
Okay.
Okay.
So this here, sit down, yeah, okay. What I want to show you about this is don't just push down like you would your recliner at home. You push it back and then so you kind of rock your heel a little bit and it'll go in. Okay.
Okay.
Then this also lifts up right here and becomes a jackknife. It goes thunk, okay.
Yeah.
Or was this one in the bed?
No, I think that.
Yeah, that one's a jackknife and this one is. Okay. And you got lots of storage under here. Lots of big storage. Lots of pans. You like to cook or books you like to read or this is that little cooler in. I put most of the stuff in here. So Stephanie said y'all had seen it before, so things that you had seen in drawers or whatever are in here.
Okay.
And in this drawer right here. So yeah, there's your double bags.
Okay.
You got more. This is which I see in every coach. When they install your dishwasher, these are the parts they didn't need.
Okay.
So they don't want to save one of these bags from every dishwasher, so they let you save it. I'm gonna put it here so it fits a little bit better. And you're missing a couple of dash AC vents, and I'm wondering if the previous owner bought these and they don't fit, which they don't. So what we're trying to do, yeah,
I didn't even notice it.
so this one there's nothing in there, and this one there is. Okay, so we're trying to get these from Entegra, and the whole unit down here for your feet. There's just a hole there. So I didn't know if he was going to try to. Yeah, that might fit there. We'll talk about it. But I'm going to try and get you the original. If I can get one, why not get two and then do it right so it all matches?
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even notice that.
Well, it's our job to go through and find this stuff. But we're human, and you know,
Oh yeah.
we miss stuff too. So another reason for y'all to stay a few days. Oh, I noticed this, or can you touch up that? And you know, it's good to go. So when you're going down the road, you want to have your travel locks engaged. Okay. Okay. And then the one for here is on the side, or is it part of? Oh, this one's part of it. Okay. Can't prove that. So we're going to be getting you a new one of these. It's a cover for this.
Okay.
Okay. Ice Maker works. These shelves are adjustable. These are adjustable, and this is where your water filter is. I put a new one in there yesterday.
Okay.
What we did is we drained out the little bit of old water that was in there, put in all new water, ran it through everything, and then drained that out. So should be good to go. But you know, taste it,
And you
smells.
have it set. Is it you have it set for making ice now?
Yes,
or?
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have ice and water at the door.
Okay.
Remember how to get this thing.
No, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. It's, oh yeah.
There's ice in it.
Cool.
Cool.
This just kind of pushes in and out. You want to close it up before you travel so that there's room. You know, when you bring in your slides. And you can bring it out for extra space or leave it in.
But it does not lock.
It does not latch in there
Okay.
just like that. It's just
Just
heavy
push it.
enough it's not an
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
And of course, nice deep drawers all the way down. A lot of people put a trash can there, and then they'll put their lids in here, just
Right.
kind of for storing. Okay. Get this for your dish rags if you want it.
Yep.
drinking water, soap, and big and small sink, which is kind of handy. Maybe you're just cleaning up after lunch, and maybe you're cleaning up after a meal. So your stove.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to wash that pasta pot in that sink.
That's one of the things, you know, when I show my wife pictures of things like that, she goes, where do I wash my big pot? Where do I wash my And you know what's funny is, I showed her pictures of a Forester, and it's got this big round sink. And a little bitty Forester, she goes, well, how come that one's got a better sink than the Linonaire, you know? So, yeah.
Crazy.
So on this, you just turn it on, you select the number you want, it'll go to that, start heating up. If you want to change it up or down, you have to go off and then on again and push that number.
Okay.
I thought that was wrong, but I verified and no, that's the way it is. So
Okay.
you can see that's warming up. And then same thing for that one.
Okay.
Okay. Drawer full of remotes and stuff.
Stars.
Cutting board. Yeah, we'll go through all of that. There's actually even remotes for your slides, which I like being inside, especially when you're bringing them in. But sometimes if you're outside, you're not sure. Oh, hey, am I going to clear that tree?
Yeah.
Having that remote is pretty darn handy.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it by yourself, you know, you got somebody to holler at you. You know, that's why we get married, so we can have somebody to holler at us.
Yes.
I told, and this is a set of earphones that was there. Like I said, there's some extra stuff in here.
Okay.
This is the cover for that radio head that's out front in case you ever wanted to take it off.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is in case you ever take out your filter, you put this in there. So that, okay.
Oops.
Dishwasher.
Down the shoe.
So you just choose the mode that you want. Okay.
Okay.
And then close it and push the button, and we'll find the manual for it. Make sure I do it, show you right, because I have not seen one with this type of thing on there, so I don't want to tell you wrong.
Okay.
And more storage. This guy here, this does all kinds of neat stuff, and comes with all kinds of extra racks and stuff. I haven't seen with anybody else. To use it as a microwave, you want to take the metal stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Convection oven, you put it in there and you go for it. This is so that you can adjust the height or of whatever you know. Maybe you're doing a turkey. Well, it's not going to fit here or here, so you take that out and you put it on one of the trays.
Gotcha.
So you just go on through and, you know, going with your manual, and you hit the different things of what you need. It also has a vent fan, a light, set your clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
And they fixed the squeak.
No, not yet.
Okay.
So what it is going down the road, this thing squeaks to beat the band.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you said. This thing is very heavy. It's like, off the top of my head, I'm going to say a good 50 pounds, if not more. So with the miles on this, of all the miles of it doing this, it has, the best I can tell, just bent the frame just enough that it allows that movement. So I'm going to talk again to our Entegra guy and see, do we take it all apart, try and bend it back, a little lube so it's not just bare metal on bare metal, or do we replace the frame? What is it we do so that we eliminate that? Yeah, because we went on a test drive and I was ready to rip this thing off the wall.
Yeah.
I can relate. I can relate. But yes, we know about it. We have it down in writing. We have approval to do whatever we need to do to fix it.
Yep.
So, washer and dryer. This one has a little light down here, so you can
Okay.
see. That one comes on by itself. Probably just like at home, you know. And I like these because they beep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Okay.
this one. You choose what you want. You know, normal wash. Okay, it's going to do this and this. This is where you put in your detergent, high energy detergent or high efficiency detergent. Push and hold the button for 3 or 4 seconds. This light will turn green. The door will lock. It'll open the drain just to make sure that there's nothing in there and it's starting off fresh. Because if it doesn't and there was water in there, then it thinks it's putting in the right amount and put in too much. Okay, so and then it'll run through the cycle, and then when it's all done, just go to off and it'll shut itself off.
Okay.
You have for this kind of floor, a lot of people like to just sweep up and then kick.
Oh, cool.
But you also have a box full of hoses and attachments that
Mhm.
goes right in here.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see. In here. Step on the pedal to flush.
Right.
You have lights and shade controls in here, just like before. So see, that's off. That's on. When they show it lit up, that's on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is for your fan up there. Got a window. The shades that those control. In here is also your controls for your heat and AC, your electric. I'm going to turn on your electric so that you'll have hot water.
That'd be good.
Yeah. The burner, obviously you can use the burner. You can use the burner and electric at the same time. If you're going to use a lot of hot water, you're going to be doing a load of laundry and some dishes and take a shower, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But for most things, electric is fine. I was surprised to find out that a husband would take a shower, 15 minutes later the wife would take the shower, and it just on electric, that it didn't need to have the burner on there.
So by burner.
Okay, so
That's the diesel burner.
the diesel burner on your
Okay.
Aqua Hot.
Gotcha.
So
Sorry.
also, no, that's fine. So if you're running your Aqua Hot or your generator on diesel, and it gets down to a quarter of a tank because it's running off the coach's tank, it will stop.
Yeah.
Better to leave you uncomfortable than to leave you stranded. So, and that's
For
what that's
sure.
for. And you have engine preheat. Okay, so you turn that on with this on, and it circulates the hot water through your engine. Preheats it like a heat plug.
Right.
That's how we had hot water on the boat.
Okay. This is one thing I don't like about this coach, but they all do it. These control your bedroom slide rooms. I don't like it because you can't hardly see what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look through the crack in the door right here.
Okay.
And then you just kind of listen. You can tell when the motor has a little bit different change to it in the sound, that it's all the way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to just sit there and hold it. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, we will probably work a system out where
Yeah.
one of us is watching.
There you go. See? And you can turn on your water pump here.
Okay.
Now-
Where we hook you up out there, you're going to have city water, so you won't need the
Yeah.
pump.
You only pump when we're not on
Boondocking?
sit- Yeah.
Yeah, out
Okay.
to sea. There you go.
Gotcha.
You're landing out to sea. You have GFI plug in here, one in the other bathroom,
Okay.
one here in the kitchen, and there's one down in your basement where those water filters were. One of
Mhm.
those plugs is also a GFI.
Okay.
Okay. You got a pocket door for a little bit of privacy. TV, we're working out your TVs. Still learning that system. Again, we're going to ask Mr. Entegra Coach. We're also trying to get you a key to that safe so that you can use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
might
need that.
And again, you have the DVD player and all this stuff up in here. So what I've done is I've taken pictures of this data tag and the serial number, and then they're working with that to try and get them to cut us 2 more keys and send them out to you. That may take more time than what you're here, but we'll just mail them to you. See if they're filthy. Lots more storage. And behind you are the controls for the lights and the shades for in here. Okay.
Okay.
And yours, yeah, you have controls underneath your bed there too. You're laying in bed, you can shut off the light, you don't have to get up and hit the light switch kind of thing. Okay. I like that it's got a real live headboard. That's real nice. And nightstands, not all of them have a nightstand on each side.
Right.
With a little storage underneath there too. Yeah, pocket door.
Yeah, I figured it's a great place for a gun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When I used to live in Los Angeles, people would look at me weird when I'd say something like that. It's like, that's
No,
why I'm
yeah.
moving to Texas. That's why I'm moving to the South. When I was in the Marine Corps, I got bounced all over the South, and I just really like it down here. So, when I got out, I lived in Alabama for a while, then I had to move to LA, and it's like we spent, as my wife says, you know, she was ready to move back to the South as we rolled into the driveway in LA. And I don't care. It took us 35 years, but we're back. In fact, we bought the house 2 years before we moved into it because it was a perfect house. We bought it just so we'd have it.
Wow.
And it works out really well. We're grateful for it.
Cool.
So when you're using the bathroom, this is a small flush. This is a big flush.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This green light means that your tank is empty. As your black tank starts to fill, it will turn yellow. When it turns red, it will not let you flush anymore.
Okay.
Okay? Soap dispenser, water, lots of room that goes back there in the corner.
And those are also the feel buttons on that, or just the flush?
Just the flush. What level is this at? Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's see what it is. Well, the water pump's off. It's not going to flush. We'll see, and if we need to adjust that, we will.
Okay.
So, power rack. So here's some more stuff that was left from the previous. This is paint. I've seen that shit like that before, so it must be something for the coach. This box is all of your vacuum supplies.
Okay.
There's a light up here, as you can see.
Okay.
Back is all nice and cedar lined.
Mm-hmm.
Closes and it'll latch together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is a handheld shower. Good.
Yeah.
When you get used to those and you go to hotels and you don't have one, I hate it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
More storage in here. Good
Yep.
for towels and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Nice little seat in there. I use the one in my shower all the time. These, be careful with. We got them. They didn't want to move at all, so just be careful with and move them kind of gently. And we'll see if we can adjust or get new wheels or whatever it needs so that they're a lot smoother.
Okay.
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 I think that's in here. And I was going to show you two of these vents. You can regulate them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe it
Okay.
gets too cold or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the return air filters?
Yeah.
What about up front?
So I asked our Entegra guy, and he said because none of these had filters, and he said, well, half of them should. Half of them should be returns. But we got air coming out of every single one of them, is what we discovered. So that would tell me it's not a return.
Oh,
So this one may be plumbed a little differently.
Okay.
So he's going to come in. He's going to come in one day next week, probably Monday, and he's going to answer all these questions for us
Okay.
because I don't know, and
Okay.
he's busy working with other folks. Unfortunately, this time of year we get to where the techs, especially Corey, who's the senior tech, you know, we're assigned 30 hours worth of work for every 8. So, and we're trying to get around that. We're coming in on Saturdays and doing stuff and things like that, so that y'all get the quality of care and attention that you deserve.
So he'll answer like whether, I mean, do you
Well,
put a
one of them
filter
should be-
on a
there should
return
be
like
a
you do at
return
home?
air somewhere,
Right.
so-
You're right, because what I did is I showed him a picture of this, and I said, "Does that come down like some of them do?" And
Like on the new barn.
yeah, and he said no. He goes, one side will be return and one side will be supply. And I went, no, we have air coming out of every one of them. He goes, I'm going to have to look at that. So I would hope it's not all just that one filter, but I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the Integras, especially the little bit older ones.
Okay.
Up until 3 years ago, I was building spacecraft for Boeing. So I've had RVs. I've typically had trailers. My parents had the RVs. But, you know, to work in something this nice and newer like this, it's all still new to me.
Okay.
I don't even own a flat screen TV. I'm old school. You know?
Okay.
I sit on the porch and pet the dog and chat with the wife. That's what I do for entertainment. So your fireplace here.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, that's easy.
Yeah, and you can adjust the flames. You can adjust how bright it is. You know, you can turn on the heat, and you start getting heat coming out of here. These things weren't good enough. I'm putting one of these in my family room to supplement my wood burning one in the living room. I'm building a bookcase on that wall anyway, so I'm just going to put one of these right inside of it.
I feel that already.
Yeah, see, it works really good. See, and you can turn off the heat part, and you can adjust it for when you want it to click off and on, right? Like a thermostat. Or you can just turn that off and have the look of it, you know?
Okay.
all your AV stuff. Excuse me. So for satellite TV, you push and hold the power button for about 5 seconds because it takes a while for that signal to get all the way up there.
Okay.
And you'll hear looking for everything. Okay. And then once it finds it, you'll see 3 numbers down here. Now you know you're logged on to 3 spacecraft and it's triangulated. And I probably built all 3 of them. I'm so proud of me. Same thing when you're shutting it off. Push and hold it for 5 seconds, and then give it time to come all the way down. It'll say stowing, and then when the screen goes blank, it's done and it's put away.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I built DirecTV, XM, Sirius, GPSs, all of that.
Cool. So, is that like a subscription thing, like Sirius Radio, or is it?
Direct and Dish are.
Yeah.
The button that's missing is for an in-motion satellite dish, and I don't know much about those. And that's one of those things. Corey's going to come in, look at everything, make some phone calls, find out what's going on, talk to the former owner, and see where we're standing to set you all up. You do not currently have satellite TV. Okay, so just so you know.
So
That's what most of those remotes were for. That's one of those things.
Okay.
From my experience here, that he would have ended his subscription, and then you call up and you go, okay, I have this receiver and that receiver, and I want to start an account, and they activate it and that kind of stuff. So,
Okay.
we have a guy here that specializes in that. His name's Tim.
But now that other switch is just the antenna for
Over the air TV.
Yeah.
The black one that's power and you can rotate. Yes. Okay.
So
what we watch anyway.
Yeah.
we will or won't have it this weekend.
I'm gonna talk to them and see. I was not able to get it on antenna TV, but the last 2 times I wasn't able to. Corey came in, flipped some switches up there, and it worked. So we're gonna get the expert.
He has the
in.
touch. Okay.
Yes, yeah, and years of experience on Integras. You
Okay.
know, this is my first time in the 2012 Integra. It will not be his first time. So,
Oh, so Corey's the guy that's not coming till like next Monday.
but I'm gonna try and get him in here so you all have TV over
Okay.
the weekend.
That'd be nice.
Yes, that's
If
what
we
I was
can.
thinking. I mean,
If
I
we
don't watch
can.
much TV, but I want it to work when I want it to work.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
This rope light down here.
Yep.
Do I just need to push that back up there, or is that?
We're gonna attach that. So all of it was hanging down, and we were putting it up there.
Oh, I see.
And she ran out of. We need one more double back thing, so then that'll sit up there.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Maybe she put something up there and just go off.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know if it was supposed to be that way.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I can feel the probably the warmth from the light, which is surprising. Maybe made that glue on there a little bit soft. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little. It's like a 1-inch base that glues on, and then has a zip tie through it, and then you zip tie the light to it, and that's all tucked up under there. Okay. Yeah, she's learning. That particular technician, she used to do pre-delivery inspections, so she can PDI the heck out of a coach, but she never did any repairs. So now she's learning the repair part of it. But she's doing really good. She asks when she needs to ask, and she goes out there and does it. You know, the only thing that stops her is when something's weighing more than her, and she's a bitty thing, and you know, it's like, I need help carrying this or whatever. Like the mud flap, she can't do a mud flap because you got to get under there and hold it when you're hooking stuff up. But I mean, she's a real good tech, and she's trying real hard. So,
Okay.
Well, we're pretty easy to work with.
that's good. That's appreciated. And I'm learning that here, most of the people are. I mean, you know, you get a few customers that are not so much, but yeah, most people, they're pretty darn easy to work with. You know, they're just common folks like everybody else, got good attitudes, and good to go. So you saw the cupboard under there. You saw how this table pulls out.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it pulls out. You have a little bit more room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with that in mind, I'm wondering if there's stuff under the bed.
There was a little storage and then the slide motors.
Okay. So you already know that this is sleep number
Yeah.
bed.
Yes.
There's your sleep number remote.
Okay.
Yeah, the first week I was here, that weekend, I'm sitting there on the front porch talking with neighbors and stuff. And so, how do you like your new job? Well, I got to test color TVs and sleep number beds and fireplaces, and boy, it's tough. It's tough. And they're paying you for that?
So I guess that plugs in somewhere and is
No.
plugged in under there?
It's all plugged in, so you would
Okay.
sit here and go, okay, I'm on the left side. That's left.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a second. It's at 65. Turn
Okay.
it up, turn it down.
Okay.
And it's like this, not when you're like that. So it's like when you're laying in bed.
Okay.
And then same thing for the right side.
Okay.
Right side's at 60 right now. And if you're going to go in the mountains or something, bleed it down because it'll do like a bag of chips. Okay? And then if you do bleed it way down, you can hit the fill button and it'll just pump it up a lot faster. Okay?
Okay. Never had one before.
Me neither. But again, it's not a foxhole in the rain, so.
Yeah, right? And hey, I'm not working getting patients ready for surgery, so we're all good.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. With the all already having background, this is going pretty quick. But I want to make sure I take my time and answer questions. Here's all your breakers. Okay. There it is. Okay. They're all labeled.
That's nice. My house for 15 years there wasn't a single thing like that.
And is there a need to like carry extras of those?
No,
or-
No, those are
these
your break.
reset.
That's just like your breaker
These
box.
reset.
Okay, gotcha.
Now the fuses
Yeah.
that are in the bathroom, yeah, if you blow a fuse, you need to replace it. So yeah, you can keep a small set of fuses. Note that they're the little ones in there. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
And you also have fuses for this down here
Yeah,
too.
yep.
Yep.
so
We'll take a look at those.
yeah, take a look at those, and like anything else, as you get to know it, you go, okay, for some reason this one fan keeps blowing a fuse, but you put a new one in and it's good for another 6 months. Carry a few fuses. It's way easier than putting in a whole new fan. For whatever reason it's blowing it, you know.
Yeah, and the one nice thing about this is we can always get to a Walmart. There's not very many
And
of
like
them
being
out
on
there
the
on
ocean.
that ocean.
Yep.
So it's like you're
We
in the
have to get
mindset
out
of
that
provisioning.
mindset of,
Yeah.
For-
to
yeah.
a mindset of
Right.
because just looking at it, we're going. There's not enough can space. Because we had to
Right.
carry
Provision
everything,
for
Right.
Yeah.
months at a time.
And yeah, and like you say here, you can pull over every week or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one nice thing about that house that we bought. It has a big old walk-in pantry. I mean, I'll buy canned stuff once every 2 months. You know?
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice because it'll come up, oh, hey, it's Paycheck Friday. We got to go to the store, and I'm looking at 2 fridges, 2 freezers, and a pantry full. No, don't. So.
Now, my understanding with Entegra
Mhm.
is the slides go out, then the jacks go down.
Correct. That way.
Totally opposite of
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason for that is now you're leveling in the configuration you're in versus leveling and then changing that configuration and
Gotcha.
changing the weight balance.
and jacks go up and then slides come in.
Yep. You got it.
And so Jack, where do
Right.
okay.
So here's your jack panel. Okay. Power on. You push auto level. It'll dump the air. It'll set the jacks. When you're done, just turn power off. When you want to do it back, power on. It'll retract. When
And
you
it-
start the coach, it'll air it back up.
Okay. It will dump the air.
Yes, it does it all by itself. So,
Okay.
before you set your jacks, make very sure that your tires are straight.
Right.
Okay, so you know that. That's good. Is there anything else up here that maybe you're not familiar with? You had a question, or maybe you'll just look over it and we'll chat on Monday? Or
The only thing that I noticed on it, and when you drove it, you may not have, and it might have just been my speed, but I had the jake brake on,
Okay.
and I didn't feel it
Really slowing you down?
Yeah.
Okay, now is this one just on off or is it adjustable?
I think it's 2-stage.
Okay, take up dock lights,
And it might have just been that I was at
Yeah.
a slow speed to start with.
Yeah, yours is high, low, and off. So yeah, we'll double check that. We'll drive it. We'll make sure it's good and working for you. And different coaches perform different ways. When Elisa drove this, she said something about the steering. I said, yeah, but you're used to brand new Newmars with comfort drive and all like this. This is fine. This is normal. There's nothing wrong
Yeah, I
with it.
didn't notice anything on this.
Yeah.
The steering felt okay to me.
Yep.
This mirror went wacky on me and I couldn't see.
Yep.
inside.
And I noticed that it was tilted.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it was like that on purpose or whatever. But yeah, we'll make sure and get everything. So is it just the heads we need to do, or do we need to move the arms too? Just so I know
the arms, because when I was sitting here, I'm blocked by this.
Okay.
This,
So you want to move it in a little bit so that you can see better. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all.
Okay, so ATC down here is.
Traction control, so that
like
he
if you're in,
on ice or something.
Oh,
Help keep
Lord,
you from
no.
slipping. and that helps keep you from doing wheelies when you're not looking.
Okay, gotcha. So dock lights are around the
Yep.
base.
Yes, those are the 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and
Okay.
you have 3 switches. It actually lights up your 2 backup lights also. So
Okay.
you'll have 6 lights all lit up around you.
Okay. And tag dump?
Tag dump. So this has a tag axle that you, when you go to back up, it dumps the air for, so there's not so much stress on it. Okay, it's automatic. You put it in reverse, it automatically dumps it. Some people prefer to have a manual, kind of a just in case or whatever. That's what that is.
Okay.
So yours, sitting here, where we at? Map light,
By the brake.
by the brakes, tag dump, yeah. So that would just dump it. Okay,
So,
push it and hold it.
but we shouldn't ordinarily
mess
have
with
to
it,
do that.
no.
Okay.
So battery boost, if you go to start the generator or you go to start the coach, either one, and it's not working right or it's kind of sluggish, you hit and hold that and it ties every battery in the coach together and starts it.
it'll start off the house battery.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
I've seen that. It actually works quite
Yeah,
well.
we had that with the boat too.
Okay. Like I said, map lights are there. Pedal slide, when the key is on, you can adjust your pedals back and forth so it's more comfortable for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The writing on these have worn off, but these are your shades. So you just kind of,
And you have to hold them, right?
these, I was holding them and she said I was messing them up. She was just doing that. Once you get the beep, that's what I thought, but
I thought you had to hold them too.
I'll ask her again because she had them working. And now they're not. There it is. See, there's such a delay in there. You go, oh, it's not working.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then since y'all are going to be here for a few days, what we tell folks is